Alright, I just thought this could be a little fun to show a nice farming spot at between 21 and 24. We're going to head over to the area where there's a bunch of, it's called Alther's Mill. There's a bunch of spiders, a bunch of condors. We're headed out of Lakeshire, so you might as well kill things on the way, especially if they're up and you're not in danger. And if it is dangerous for you to take 3 of these, then I recommend be very careful, because these guys lurk behind trees and rocks. So I'm going to clear these on the way up there. I'll fast forward and stop talking. Okay, so we're split up here. I like clearing just through these guys, especially if you pick up that Battle-Worn Axe quest. You'll spend a good amount of time killing those to get enough drops, so you might as well kill them on your way to and from your farming spot. Up ahead, these birds are what we want. They don't have a ton of HP, although they do hit relatively hard. Sometimes there's a couple over here, and then we're going to go down there into where the spiders are, because there's more spiders, there's more gore tusks, and there's more boars down there. So, let's reapply buffs. I'm going to eat this. The big pro here is it's a great farming spot because there's great mob density. Most of the mobs are not that dangerous, although the spiders can be a little dangerous, and I do recommend having some anti-venom. So the spiders actually drop the venom sacks that you use to make the anti-venom. So as you kill them, you can level your first aid, create anti-venoms. It doesn't share a cooldown with potions or anything, so you can use them liberally if you want. But let's buff up. I'm gonna do a little 30-minute session here, and I'll start the clock and we'll see what we can get done. But in my experience, this has been pretty efficient, and a lot of the drops you can sell for a few silver. You know, spider silk, the tough condor meat is used in the goulash quest, but all these things, you know, they start to add up, especially when you're in your low 20s still. So you get a lot of experience and things you can sell. So in 30 minutes, I often get a couple gold worth. Thanks. Wow, that was lucky. Oh no, they're gonna kill all my mobs. Alright. I'm gonna start the timer, and then we're gonna layer. Let's go. I will fast forward this at like 10 speed, so you can just see me running around killing things. Anyway, I'll start fast forwarding. The only other thing I would say to watch out for are these black dragon wolves. They obviously hit quite hard, especially with the fireballs. Super flimsy, so if you have an interrupt, they're a really easy kill, and they usually drop copper, sometimes greens. So here we go. Alright, we'll pause there. Got a green, got some spider silk, got some condor meat so far. I haven't been able to get a layer yet, so I'll try again in a minute, but I might as well clear all done here. There is some hyper spawning, so you gotta be careful sometimes, but that means you won't run out of mobs either. That boar's gray, so I'm gonna ignore him. However, I will say most of these mobs share spawn tags, so if you want to cause more mobs to respawn, keep killing things. Alright, back to it. So I mentioned that it creates what you want to make the anti-venoms. These little small venom sacs that drop from these guys, you can use to make your first aid. When you're buffed up like this, things are going down. There's pretty much no downtime, which is pretty sweet. Sometimes you will see some competition in this farm spot though, so as you've noticed, excuse me, you might have to find the right layer. You just might have to get out on your own a little bit. I like to go for the birds because the condor meat has a low drop chance and it sells for more than most things the spiders drop. But you can go for pretty much anything down here. Maybe we'll kill these 2 grunts. Pulled 3 on accident here. I'm not too concerned. These guys are not super high level. I have good gear, I would say. But it's important to be preemptive with cooldowns like evasion, or if you're a warrior, retaliation. If you wait until you're low health to hit it, it doesn't help you to dodge things or retaliate to attacks. So I always advocate pop your cooldowns early, be safe. What are you saving it for? Your next character? There's some nice herbs there, but I don't want to take the time to go through that whole camp. It's a little sketchy, so if I was 2 levels higher, I think I'd do that. Alright, so it's been 10 minutes. We've got 2.5 bars of experience so far. 2.5 with that. And 2 greens. Not necessarily anything great. A bunch of vendor trash and some quest items to sell. So, you know, it's kind of hit or miss, but we're going to keep going for another 20 and see what happens. Alright, 15 minutes, 3.5 bars, so what was that? 7 bars. So it'd take about an hour and a half to level if I just did this. Not the fastest, but pretty efficient. And if I can make, you know, if I can make 2 or 3 gold in 30 minutes at level 23, it's pretty solid, I think. Also, there's some competition going on, so that's slowing us down a touch. Nice, that's a nice green. Alright, checking in. We're 20 minutes in. The bags are full, so I'm going to start getting rid of things that are only worth a couple copper here. Let's see, what else are we looking at? We are almost 5 bars, so 4.8 bars of experience. I have 5 different greens so far. Looks like 1 is probably auction house worthy. This Bard's Tunic of the Monkey should sell. And everything else is, you know, it's gravy. It's obviously pretty easy, as you can tell. But this is not necessarily a great farming session. You know, it's crowded down here. I've not been able to get a better layer. I do like more ribs. Hold on. Let's see. Let's drop. We don't need intestines. But the ribs we cook stuff with. Alright, we're back to it. Oh, as a side note, definitely as much bag space as possible. As you can see, these things all drop a plethora of random little vendor trash items or pieces of things that you can cook with. So it's nice to have stacks of stuff, but if you could have bigger bags, it's even better. We'll just go for another 8 minutes and see what happens. Alright, so we just hit 30 minutes. You saw my buffs just ran out. People have been nice enough to walk past me and throw me more buffs though, so hard to complain about that. Got one more green here. Let's pick that up. I'm just walking past this area and I see a bunch of these mobs up, so we're just gonna be time efficient. Maybe we'll go to, 32 minutes. Foolishly, I did not look at my starting gold. I probably have it somewhere in the VOD, so I'll put it in the description for the video when I upload. But I just wanted to kind of show what this could be, and I'll come back. We'll do a little debrief after I sell and empty the bags and figure out how much I made. So I will catch you at the end of that, and hopefully this was helpful. Alright, so I just got back to town. I just clicked repair, and I'm just gonna start emptying the bag so we can kind of calculate. I think I started, I didn't pick up any actual silver, maybe 3 or 4 with some of the orcs I killed, like 3 or 4 total silver, but beasts don't drop actual coin. So we can actually just look at what we're gonna get here. So 8 gold, 3 silver, and I got 7.5, almost 7.5 bars of experience in 30 minutes. So you could definitely level in 90 minutes, even though there was at least one other, if not 2 other people farming that same spot the whole time. So I think pretty efficient. Let's sell stuff here. Turn off my stopwatch. There we go. Alright, so we got 53 silver in just raw vendor items. Some of these things might sell at auction, so we'll take them over to auction. I got 3 venom sacks, which translates to 9 anti-venoms. I only used 3 the whole time, so like I said, if you're farming these, you can be pretty liberal. The boar ribs I like to cook. I did get 8 of these battle-worn axes. I only had a couple to start, so just on the walk out, which took about 3 minutes, maybe 5 with the killing, and then I would clear the area down below, and then there's that little camp of orcs up top to the west. I'll show you on the map. So you're clearing down here, and then there's a little camp of orcs right here where my mouse is now. And there's 2 guys on the edge, and 2 guys on the edge, and a little patrol. So you can kill down here for a while, pop up here, kill these 4 or 5 orcs pretty safely, go back down, keep farming, and basically in the 30 minutes I managed to collect all the axes I needed to. So like I said, 53 silver and raw stuff. We're gonna send these over to the bank alt. I'm gonna guess I get about 30 silver, maybe 50 for this because it's of the monkey and it's a pretty low level. So great stats. But so that might be 50 silver worth, and I'm pretty confident in that. So we got a gold. These sell for anywhere from 7 to 20 silver depending on the day. It's pretty cheap last time I checked. So, but we'll call that, even if we just called all 14 of these, let's give it 5 silver each, right? That's still 70 more silver. So we're at, 1 gold 20, 1 gold 70, and I could just vendor the rest of these. So 2 gold in 30 minutes. In my book, that's pretty freaking good, even if we struggle with selling all these things. If you just vendored it all, you'd still make about 2 gold 50. Maybe not quite. Maybe we're a little... If you just vendored everything else, excuse me, you want to sell the condor meat on the auction house. Same with the spider silk, because those get used to create nice blue items like spider silk boots. Alright, let's send it off. I'm gonna go post those on the auction house and go turn in this quest, but I think that was successful, so hopefully that was helpful for you. I like putting up things that I think are really realistic, pretty chill. As you could see, I had elixirs and stuff on, but my gear is solid, right? Like, this is a good main hand, and I got a couple blues from Dead Mines. This costs about a gold on the auction house. I think it's worth it. But we're not looking at anything too crazy here, so anyone else who's 22, 23 should be able to do something pretty similar. So enjoy, good luck, stay safe.